Good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a good night. It is Tuesday night, which means it is time for more Tales of Arise. How are y'all doing?
An overwhelmingly powerful Renin foe, and perished for it. I wonder how he felt having the hopes of the people riding on him.
Where are we going now? Off to Elda Menancia. Okay, those are words. Aki got her nails trimmed with very little struggle. Amazing. Good job, Aki. Okay, I can't actually see my streaming PC because of the polarization on the lenses. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping to show solidarity with the party tonight. Unfortunately, I have to be able to see. So that's how Aki's doing. You're happy.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I hope the rest of your day was equally awesome.
Hey.
I started a new medication today that is supposed to suppress appetite. And, something else it does. Suppress appetite and one other thing. Basically, it's a weight loss pill. See how it works. Bad, Adra. How are you doing tonight?
Thanks for letting me stick around.
That's bad. That's
guys.
really bad.
Sure. We're happy to have you. But are you sure?
Alright, where are we going? We're going that way.
Or you don't want to head back to Calaglia?
Yeah.
Through the door. All is going well. I started, you know, it's weird. Some days I feel like I
Not
accomplished
sure
a whole
how I
lot,
can help yet.
the reality is
now,
I haven't
I'm
accomplished
going
much.
to follow Alpha.
And then there are days where I feel like I don't accomplish
Where does
much,
that
and in
drawbridge
truth, I've
connect
actually
to?
accomplished a
No
lot.
idea.
And this was
But I've seen
today
it
was
get lower.
definitely
It
one of
can't
those
be
days
lower
where
from
I
this
feel like
side
I didn't
anyway.
accomplish much,
So it's useless to us.
but the reality is that I actually accomplished quite a bit. Damn,
You were born in...
I keep, for
Not
some
any-
reason, my brain thinks I have to hit the R1 button to swing the sword to initiate combat, and I don't know... because Vesperia did that. If you swung your sword and hit the enemy, you would get advantage in battle.
These ones can run rings around us. You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. The tide of battle has turned.
That's the power of comrades in arms.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
My fists are crushing it out there.
My fists are crushing it out there. Blunt force trauma does that. Yeah. All right, well, we're not going that way, for sure. So how are things down south, Ada? Are you experiencing heat as well?
Out of our way! Where are you going? By the power of water!
Not on my watch. My astral energy. Easy peasy, huh, Hoodle?
Two ice wolves and 3 berserkers.
Little
Okay,
help.
a little bit bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Smash you!
The tide of battle has turned.
That's the power of comrades in arms.
Right. Comrades in arms.
What? Sentimental? Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done! Here I come!
Raging cascade.
Rising Wyvern! You're on! That freaking does it! Take it!
Do it.
It's over!
Astral energy. Full throttle.
Glacial spear. Pierce
Take it!
eagle.
I'm on it! It's over! This one's all mine!
Do it.
Nicely done.
I am hoping that that leads to. Gotta be something I can pick out here. Yep, sure is. The blazing sword.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
Wrong button. There we go. I know the monsters are called Zoogles, but man, it just every time I hear it, I think bugles, those little like cone-shaped snacks that you eat. By the way, Frid, I ate those ghost pepper Cheetos the other night. My stomach was not okay the next day. And not like what you'd expect. Like it just, my stomach just hurt the next day.
Well, looky here.
So, word of warning.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out!
One's mine.
Rising Wyvern! I'll get you through!
The tide of battle
I'm
has
not so
turned.
good with airborne
That's the power
targets.
of comrades in arms.
Comrades in arms.
Like what? Sentimental?
Yeah, it was, you know, like I expected the normal stomach problems that you get with eating hot stuff, right? That was not what happened at all. I got
This is
the
barely
why am
target practice.
I
Why
hurting?
bother fighting them?
Because
Stomach
I
pain.
certainly won't run away from a battle.
So just be careful if you have them. They were tasty though.
What's wrong?
Really?
Ah!
Sure.
Hey,
Right.
got it.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah. Got another side quest that I won't do.
I don't mind helping out, but where are we supposed to find these apples?
Well, normally they grow on trees. They're not all that hard.
We got an owl. See you up there. Right, how do I examine? There you are.
Look, Hoodle, one of your buddies.
Listen, if I had a pet owl, I would name it Doctor Who.
Heck of a lot of fish swimming around in this pond, huh?
Are they edible?
Sure, they're edible, but
I feel like
we've
that's the
got no
best
way to
name
catch
for
any.
for an owl, just period. Like,
I hate camping out.
I'm getting pretty hungry.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
I can carve through armor!
Light after
Good boy.
blazing
Light, they got me flanked!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
You're finished! You eat dirt!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Nothing can! I'm not done! You're on! It's over!
Here, let me have it.
Leave the enemy's arch to me.
My turn!
Milky Plate's here!
Rising Wyvern! Strike! You're on!
Here's a healer team.
Swallow blade!
You made quick work of them!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out!
Rising Wyvern! No escape! You're on!
Looks like we won.
I have new stuff that we. I don't have enough gall. Gall for that either.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
All right. Got weapons upgraded. I think to the best that we can have right now. We've got all the armor upgraded pretty well. Let's see.
This should definitely keep you guys full.
Should I talk to Shion or Law? Shion? Okay.
Shion.
Shion it
talk a
is.
moment?
Shouldn't you be resting?
I wanted to talk with you for a bit.
I don't really want to talk right now.
Right. I'll, stop bothering you then.
I didn't say you were bothering me. Sorry. Don't take it personally. I'm just not used to being around other people, so I don't really know how to chit-chat.
Well, for a start, you let your guard down a little. Hey, here's a thought. What if you tell me about your childhood?
What with my thorns and all, I didn't really have one. Not to speak of, anyway. Although, I guess I did have one friend.
Who was it?
A really old doll.
Oh.
When I was a little girl, the doll was the only thing I could touch and hold without worrying about my thorns hurting it. I would do things like dress it up or sit it on my lap when I was eating.
Hello.
The two of us
Well, hello
were
there.
practically inseparable.
How are you doing,
Can
Tetra?
I ask something?
Is it about the fact that I played with dolls?
No, it isn't. I only wanted to ask who gave you the doll in the first place.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Where is it now?
I had to leave it behind
I'm warm,
when I left
but I'm doing well.
Lemnicus.
I actually,
I didn't have a choice.
Today was one of those days
Most
where
likely it's long
I
gone
feel
at this
like
point.
I didn't accomplish much, but if I actually look at the number of things I got done, I got quite a bit done.
I think it's time we go to sleep. Morning. Ready to head out?
Safer Sea Cave.
Law?
I am now closer to Shion, yep.
Still beating yourself up about your dad, aren't you?
Yeah, he's gonna do that for a while, I'm sure. He's gonna be broody. Oh, we have different levels. What the? An opal mass. Okay. Well, let's see what the hell these things are. Boomies.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Take this! Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal. This one's all mine. I'm free! Why can't they just sit still? Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Wow. Okay.
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern! Shattering pieces! Sword Rain Alpha! Eat this! Crush! Rising Wyvern! I'm on! You're on! Damn it, run you through!
I missed it. I missed the opportunity. That's okay.
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Alright, I think we've got everything.
I guess Messia is the first place we met. Hala.
Yeah, I was a snake eye and you were a silver sword. Who would have thought we'd end up on the same team?
You make an odd pair, it's true.
You guys are the odd ones.
She's a
Running
snake
with a
eye.
red
He's a
eye.
silver sword. this fall on Fox.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not.
Shell Shocker.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me. It's over.
Steering flame! Raging cascade! Is it high? Just back it out again. I'll be taking it into the shadow.
Not today. All fashioned near defense.
Lie behind your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Well done. Leave the enemy's arms to me.
No complaints here.
Rising Wyvern!
It's over.
You're mine!
Rising Wyvern. I'm not done. Watch this.
Art sealed! Here's a healing orb. First hand!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on us.
Now you... Yes, ma'am.
Annihilate with
You're mine. Rising Wyvern.
That guitar's nice.
Looks like it could
The
be
guitar
worth
track
something.
in the fight music. What are y'all thoughts on games switching over to actual orchestras instead of just chiptunes over the years? As games have gotten larger, they've just kind of gradually switched over.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Rising Wyvern. It's over. Burn in hell.
The Zalo shooting stuff, but they're vicious. Where are you going?
Escape. Got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Get ready to binge watch the ultimate TV show sensation, Tales of Anis Chronicles. Step into a world of intrigue and excitement with Tales of Anis Chronicles, the most captivating TV show to hit the screens. Follow the gripping adventures of Anis and her band of unlikely heroes as they battle dark forces and unravel mind-bending mysteries. Twists and turns await at every corner, leaving you on the edge of your seat. Join the fandom and prepare for a TV experience like no other.
Hey Gaia, how are you doing? I mean, yeah, Tales of Anis is you know, I would watch that show.
Thank you.
Working on commissions, good.
Take this. You're finished. Take this. You're finished.
Glacial
Here I come.
Here's evil.
This one's all mine.
I can carve. I'm just getting started.
Thank you so much for the bits, Tetra. I appreciate you. As long as it's actually composed by the game for the game versus non-original. Yeah, that's true. Like if it's just like, oh hey, we found like some chopping and we wanted to use it for the game, so we just included it. You know, that's not good. But if it's like we hired Choppin to compose this song specifically for the game, then it works. Stop what? Brid, Gaia will track you down. Oh, that was the wrong one. I keep thinking it's like Tales of Vesperia, where if you swing your sword,
No holding back.
This will be a piece of cake. Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
Not on my watch.
Eat this.
I never miss.
That's enough. Its armor's too strong. Put it over. Be my guest.
Hey, here goes. I'm only
Now prepare for an epic generational leap. Tales of Anis, the next generation unleash. Calling all diehard fans. Get ready for a jaw-dropping twist in Tales of Anis, the next generation, glowing star. Witness the legacy of our beloved heroes as their children take the spotlight, inheriting extraordinary powers and facing unprecedented challenges. Thrilling battles, heart-melting romance and unexpected alliances await. Will the new generation surpass their parents' glory? Tune in to find out.
thank you for the bits. Again, I would watch that. One might even say that you could call Queer as Folk Tales of Anis. Tales of Fire Emblem, probably, yeah.
Shut him down.
You are in tip-top shape.
Seems I'm done here. Come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
More pummeling.
Cut them.
Demon's descent. Flashing fang. With my comrades, I'm unstoppable.
And what about without them?
More stoppable?
Less unstoppable. The correct verbiage. Copper jump. I like a good copper jump. Halfway stoppable. Yes. One might even say partially unstoppable. I really need I have to jump into the water. No, I can't even jump into the water. Oh, I can jump into the water. There we go.
Oh, what a shocker, rolling eyes face, brace yourselves, folks, because the brilliant minds at Fox, Netflix, or some other brilliant network have decided to cancel the groundbreaking Tales of Anis, the next generation after just one season. Unamused face, but hey, who needs captivating storytelling, beloved characters, and thrilling plot lines, right? Surely, the dedicated fan base won't be heartbroken at all. Way to go, NetFox, Party Popper, hashtag Tales of Anis cancelled, hashtag fans ecstatic, not really.
So fun fact. Thank you, by the way, Kendra. I appreciate it. I appreciate the bits. And also, you're very accurate. But it's not too soon. You know what's really funny? So the most recent episode, the most recent season of Black Mirror has, in its very first episode, a story of them hiring actors and writers for their likenesses, and then basically just feeding it to an AI and letting the AI generate all the content. And so it's like, oh, and they released this episode right as the writer's strike went into like full swing, which was pretty much exactly what the writers were fearful of, right? It's like, you guys didn't seem like, I thought it was hilarious that they didn't seem to like understand the irony of what they had done.
They got me flanked! You're finished! You're mine! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Hope this works.
You're on!
Now.
Let's clean it out!
Let me
me take the rest of it.
Well, someone's feeling lively. Do it! Go get him!
Come on! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Well, that's very flashy. I think it's the first time we've seen that one.
Rising Wyvern! Mirage! It's over! Do it! I'm on it!
Nicely done.
Did I need those mushrooms? No. Did I want those mushrooms? Yes. One boomy, 3 shell shockers.
I've got a really bad feeling.
Nothing
about
but
this.
net.
I'll smash you! You're finished!
Seriously! Reload!
You're done! Strike!
Here, let me help.
Here I come!
Did anybody happen to catch the, weren't they gonna remake or reboot Quantum Leap? Did that happen yet?
It's over! Swallow Blade! Here I come! It's over! Blow away! I can't lay a finger on it.
I prefer it that way. What about you?
Just watch and see. Take this! Rising Wyvern! I'm on it!
Don't mind if I do.
Mirage!
Here I go. Lightning Xeon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
It's already out. Did I watch it? No, not really.
Yes. I knew
Gotcha.
you, remember?
That's fair.
Now I can let loose. You're mine! Take this! Here I come!
Great news, Anis fans, Party Popper, amidst a tumultuous writer's strike, Netfox has done a 180. Tales of Anis TNG is officially renewed for Season 2, thanks to AI-generated dialogue by ChatGPT. Shocked face, brace yourself for this cringy AI gen. Anis, greetings, fellow humans. I am experiencing emotions of happiness. How do you do, fellow humans? Leo, my sentiments exactly, Anis. I am also experiencing joyfulness. Let's embark on an adventure together. Hashtag Tales of Anis in Season 2. Hashtag AI-generated scabs.
Hold on.
I guess you had your uses now and again. If it's in the sky, it's mine. Shame you're not like that all the time.
Any injuries?
Sorry, hold on. We have to make it appropriate for, there we go. There you go, Tetra. We've got a campaign going. But remember, if you want to save the show, Tales of Anis, the much beloved Tales of Anis, be sure to use that hashtag
Really bad feeling about this.
when you're describing it on Beater. Or make sure you go and make an X video, which is now called a bang, on X. I don't even know. I don't even know what the fuck we're supposed to call it now.
I feel kind of funny.
Yeah, you're looking funny too.
Let me see what I can
I
do.
should probably do something about that.
the app on tweet face, right? Exactly.
I
The really
I think I'm
hilarious
getting
part is
stronger.
apparently like dipshit. You know, I remember when he tried to rebrand PayPal as X.com. I remember that. So dumb. So dumb. Apparently he kept the domain name. I don't know why. But the hilarious thing is that Facebook already has the patent or the trademark for X as a social network name. So I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do there.
We're in the home stretch, guys.
What'd she say? Eyes on the prize.
That focus goes double free. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that game.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
You know what? Listen, I have never been rooting for fucking. I hate them both. But that said, I really hope Zuckerberg just beats the ever-living fuck out of him.
Get toasty.
I mean, that's got to be what he's doing, right?
Those bombs of yours are amazing.
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying?
I guess you could say that Xi'an is dropping bombs. Elon is doing a damn good job of it, yeah.
That equipment should come in handy.
I just go back up somehow? No. I really would like a fucking invite to Blue Sky. I'm on the waiting list.
Mind if I do?
I'm like bait to this. It's over. Eat this.
I never miss. Air thrust. Light astral energy.
Not today!
Lightning condense.
Take this! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! It's over! Here I come!
Annihilation. Shining supernova. Light up again in the wind.
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
So fine not too long ago.
Do it. Lightning condense. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Talon Hurricane! Rising Wyvern! It's over! Here I come!
Eat this.
Rising Wyvern! First strike! Mirage! Here I come!
Sleep now.
Shattering the
Rising
pieces.
Wyvern!
Attack time.
Gemini Ultra.
I'm on! You're finished!
Lightning orb.
Score.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that game.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Do it. Xi'an. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Got him. I'm hoping that we get a campsite here soon.
Certainly not bad.
No
Be
complaints
nice.
here.
Who's Oh, Tetra, you're amazing. Thank you. I will set that up tomorrow probably. But I appreciate you so much.
We're so high up!
All this walking up and down is a pain.
Yeah, I wish we could just go straight through without all this hassle.
On the other hand, the collapsed parts let you reach some places you
The
wouldn't
worst
be able
part
to
is
otherwise.
I actively avoided Twitter for so
now that
long,
you
right?
mention it, the ceiling's
And
not
I
gonna
only
come
really-
down on us.
Got into Twitter because of the show. Twitter went to shit.
Hear me,
Fuck.
You're finished!
More in the sky and on mine.
Mirage!
Raging cascade.
Not today! You're mine! You're finished! You're my law! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Here I come! You're finished! I'm not done! Swallow Blade! Slash! Rising Wave!
Here, I'll see what I can do. In here.
Here I come!
Freeze blade.
Rising
Get
Wave!
I'm pretty worn out.
Also,
rest up for a
I
bit?
want to say I appreciate you all and all the support that you've given me regarding the show. And the money that I get for the show largely goes back towards the show. Sometimes I used to pay like things like bills and stuff so that I don't die. But case in point, today I got set up with Popsky, chiptune composer down in Texas, and he's gonna compose a little song for the show. So yay! Texas, yeehaw! Yeah,
this
Popsky's really cool. His music's great. I really like his music. Did I miss like a drop down? I think I missed. Alright, see what's up there. Did I miss a drop down? So of course the part that goes along with that is that I have to actually put together an intro for said song, which I've started to do. But yeah. That's a whole lot of gargoyles. And not like the cool Disney kind either. What a shocker. Brace yourselves, folks, because the brilliant minds at Fox, Netflix, or some other brilliant network have decided to cancel the groundbreaking... Expand that segmentation. Groundbreaking Tales of Annis the Next Generation after just one season. But hey, who needs captivating storytelling, beloved characters, and thrilling plotlines, right, Shirley? Is that why? Oh, you pinned it because of the hashtag? Yep. Got it. Makes sense.
Gotta break through! Here I come! Rising Warfare! Mirage! Swallow Blade!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Here I come! It's over!
I'm such a failure.
Stay away from my friends! Here I come! You're mine! You're finished! You're mine! Swallow Blade! Here I come! You're finished! Mirage!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Rising Wyvern! You're mine! I'm not done! Sword Rain Alpha!
If it's in the
You're
sky, it's
mine!
mine.
Rising
You are
Wyvern!
in good company.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart for your heart's content.
See, I have a feeling like these are not even the main threat, right? Like the room has all these like gargoyles sitting around. I'm pretty sure that all of these gargoyles are gonna come to life and attack.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
As soon as I get this chest, we're about to get murdered. Dougal Shell Vest. Okay, well. 5 of them.
Little help! Come on! I'll blow you to smithereens!
Ignite! We are freaking invincible!
Alvin and the others, is that statue really hard? Now I've seen everything!
Bullseye, Sion! Nice!
Get out of my sight line or you'll get hit!
Oops! Right! Sorry!
Here's the lightning condemned! Thunderbolt!
Ow.
I'm on a roll! Reload!
So those are Dan and Astral Arts.
Raging cascade!
Something you want to say? Not so long as you keep them pointed. For the enemy.
Apparently, gargoyles are Superman and have laser eyes. Has anybody watched
I
the
don't think I'm going to be
new
able to do
Flash
any more
movie
healing for now.
with the suspected criminal Ezra, whatever his name is, whatever their name is, I should say. Sorry, apologies. It is a tragic mess of a
Hey,
movie.
Law. Back when we left Cisleden, you remember how you said so long as you don't give up, there's nothing to stop someone starting over?
Yeah?
Well, I think you did just that. You've set out on a new path despite what happened in your past. Besides, you're not the only one from...
You too?
The cameos in it were weird, and the CG was just really terrible in the movie. Like, it was just the...
I think
Oh,
Hulu
hey.
senses something.
We got a hoodle. Oh, it's the... Hey, we're leaving the Great Plateau, everybody.
We're finally here. Elda Menancia, the land of green. The place certainly lives up to its name, doesn't it?
Yeah, just feel that breeze. It's like night and day compared to Calaglia and Cislodia.
Unsullied, fertile land, as far as the eye can see. That's beautiful. Oh, what?
Oh, nothing. Just... I was thinking the very same thing.
I need to change that.
That's the realm capital in the distance. The city of Vicent. A word to the wise before we continue. Elda Menancia has produced more sovereigns over the years than any other.
Xion! Guess we should probably follow after her, shouldn't we? Hey, you all right, Law?
Yeah, fine. I was just thinking how Dad would have enjoyed this view. All this green in one place is incredible. Anyway, let's get moving before we start looking tasty to monsters.
Honestly, not surprised.
Is
Yeah,
he going to be okay?
I'm not gonna ruin the plot in case anybody wants to watch it, but I am gonna talk about
Eventually.
one of the cameos.
That's a wall he'll have
I'm
to
gonna
overcome
talk
on
about
his
2 of the
own.
cameos, actually, because they're not plot affecting. One of the cameos is Christopher Reeve's Superman, and I forget the actor's name who played Supergirl in that era. And like, it just struck me as being in poor taste. I don't know why exactly, but I saw it and I was like, why? What? The second one is there's a cameo by Nicolas Cage's Superman that never happened. And
This will be a delicious
why
piece of cake.
neither actor was like, okay, Christopher Reeves obviously can't portray the Thor capacity, right? Nicolas Cage is still very much alive.
Sion, can you take care of them?
So why they chose to go the complete CG route for that cameo is only to save money and not pay him is what I have to imagine. Which I think is horrendous on their part. Like, okay, it would have been a neat nod if it was actually Nicolas Cage, right?
I can carve through armor.
Right, exactly.
You make quick work of them. Want me to pick up your slack then? Just pointing it out.
And the thing is that Ezra Miller's Flash was actually in the CW Flash.
This could be
Like,
useful.
they did a crossover episode, and the movie Flash showed up in it briefly. And it's like that, and the way that they handled it was really neat. But yeah, I don't know. It was just very weird.
What's wrong?
Also, it felt very strange not to have Henry Cavill in it.
Huh?
Yes.
I don't have enough CP. Okay, so... We are just over 2 minutes away from break. I can turn around.
What's this doing here?
How many people are hurt on this trail? Clam tentacle. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey!
So she's into pegging.
Mm-hmm.
Just great.
That can't be.
Nice.
Very.
Ooh, we got money.
Maybe we should have left them alone.
Thanks, Sion.
Why are you thanking me?
All right. We're at a campsite. This is a great place to take a break. We will be right back in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. All right. See what the guys got for sale. Those are gnarly looking. Big gun. Tales of Annis. TNG Season 2. Yay! We saved it, everybody. Thank you for the bits, Tetra. Increased mid-air damage. Increased critical damage. Rising Falcon, which is another move. Boost strike. Increased counterattack damage. AT restored by perfect evading / guarding. Increased weak point damage.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
We're gonna rest. And get our fucking CP back.
Why do you keep staring at me, Shion?
Just, what is that wolf on your shoulder?
Oh, this thing? I love it. I got it off a street vendor for just 10 gold.
I don't know if that's something to brag.
Restoration move boosts the effect by 50%. Chained ore up S. Oh, actually made this. Talking to Law, because that's the only one to talk to.
Hey, Alphen. When do you find the time to train?
What's brought this on all of a sudden?
It's just, even without the blazing sword, you'd still be able to hold your own, right? But I never see you training.
I'd hardly call it a regimen. Unless exchanging blows with Zeugles counts.
I mean, sure, I get that real-life practice beats training any day. But you must have the odd trick or two up your sleeve.
I just told you, I really don't.
Wait, I've got it. It's your armor, right? You channel the extra weight into your strikes and...
It's actually not as heavy as it looks.
So not the armor, huh? In that case...
He is absolutely
just calm
tiny,
down
Jim,
a
bro.
little, would you?
Yep.
Why are you so fixated on this anyway?
Well,
I kinda
because
like him
wanna
a lot,
make myself
actually.
Stronger.
Even though he started
You're
off as a
strong
bad guy.
enough as it is. I almost feel sorry for those Renin soldiers.
It's not enough. I need to keep working to get stronger. I won't allow myself to fail anyone again.
Law?
I'm useless the way I am now. If someone else dies because of me...
Law!
Sorry. Spiraling into self-doubt won't do me any favors. I know that.
None of us are invincible, Law. We're all just getting by, doing the best we can.
That's all we can ask of each other, right? It's as good a place as any to start, I guess.
To start what?
My new training regimen, of course. And what better way to
Really?
kick it off than push-ups? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I admire your enthusiasm. Just don't overdo it, okay?
Just wait. You'll see how strong I can get. Night.
It's all like, you're not gonna believe how hard I can get.
I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
Ways that we can go. A path up there that leads to. I can just run past them. And then they attack me.
Gotta break through.
Dance in the wind!
First, no escape.
Eagle fly! I'm only getting started! Annihilate! Not on my watch!
You're finished.
I'm almost
Come one, come all. You're mine.
Eagle fly!
Look sharp.
Lightning tiger blade. See that?
That training's paying off.
I never miss!
It's over. I can't lay a finger on you.
I prefer it that way.
Do it.
What about
Just watch and see.
All aboard the victory train.
overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
All aboard the victory train, everybody. Okay, we got a who. There it is. Red tropical corsage. Choo-choo, right? I started
Maybe something's
I've been
going
working
on in the
on
forest.
I've been working on a hype train graphic for the idea is that so I've got a plan. I'm drawing the train. It's taken me a little bit. But I'm drawing the train. Where Makima will show up and he'll be like, somebody's running a train and
I
you
think
didn't
Kuro's into
invite
something.
me, and then he disappears, and then the train will come zooming by at a random angle, and for each progression or level up, it'll just zoom across the screen at a different angle and it'll have different graffiti on it that appears. It'll be I'll have a bunch of different graffiti that I'll randomly choose each time it zooms by.
What's this thing?
Somebody's running a train? And you didn't invite me? Chugga 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 choo 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 choo.
This one's tough. It's over. Try harder. Now, you're mine.
Yeah, exactly like that, Ninja.
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Take this.
Blah, blah, blah,
Rising Wyvern.
freeze land!
Mirage. Take this.
Force field! Raging cascade!
Armor won't save. Watch this.
Dance in the wind!
Face blast. You're mine. It's over.
It's in the sky!
Swallow blade. Strike.
It's gonna be a pretty crude train, to be honest, but
Prefer it that way.
to be fair, it's only gonna be on the screen for like a half a second as it zooms by, right?
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Just great.
And I've started like coming up with ideas for the graffiti.
I get.
Great.
After battles, you accumulate bonus based on your combat points, viewable at the bottom of the nav map. As this total rises, you'll earn more experience and better item drop rates. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
It's over.
Already!
Take this.
Don't mind if I do.
Alrighty, have a good dinner, Gaia.
Take this! You're finished! Not today! Here I come!
Now!
Your river!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Wow, okay.
Right, here goes! No escape!
Shattering up pieces! Attack time!
Strike!
In here!
First strike!
Take this!
It's a duel of the
Rising
arts!
Wyvern! I'm not done! Mirage! Got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
In here!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Don't mind if I do!
We did it!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
I don't know. How valuable is it, game? You tell me.
No choice! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! Mirage! You're finished!
Eagle fly!
Strike! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
If they just sit still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner leave the enemy arms to me!
Milky place here!
Away! Now!
Finish!
Annihilation! Mega
Eat this!
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Take this!
Mirage!
I can carve now! I'm in
It's
the
over!
Here I go! I'll be
Do it! Take this! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Very pretty, that attack. I really dig that attack a lot.
You sure showed them!
All in a day's work.
We got a few places.
Hey, would you look at that? Green as far as the eye can see. I think even the zoo...
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Here's evil.
Second does it!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm on it!
Here's a healing arm.
Take this!
First aid.
Okay,
Where
here
are
I
you
go.
going?
It's over!
What the fuck is...
Searing
Take
flame.
this! First strike! It's over!
okay, I was not expecting... Oh, God.
I'm calm. That's quite a talent.
Your father once made the same remark.
So even my dad knows this, huh?
This one's all mine! Rising Wyvern! Ignite! Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Now.
Eagle fly!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Hold up,
Right!
I
You're
got this.
mine! Eagle fly! You're finished! Rising Wyvern! No escape!
Ready and ready! I can carve through
It's over!
Now.
River!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Here, let me help.
I'll tear you apart!
Take this!
Raising
Rising
Shadow.
Wyvern!
Into the
Mirage!
shadow.
You're finished!
I was overconfident.
Stay away from my friend! Take this!
here.
Eat
Here's
this!
evil.
Talon Storm!
Freeze Lancer. Dance in the wind.
I'm on it!
Air thrust. Here, let me help.
Watch this!
First aid.
We may have to run from this one.
Into the shadow. Light astral energy. Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Sword high cluster. In here.
We get away. Yeah, I don't think we could kill that right now. I was not expecting to just get attacked randomly by a fucking boss in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, didn't we find a recipe that...
Yeah, we can use this for it.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! No escape! Swallow this! I'm on!
Lightning condemned.
Armor won't save you! Take this!
Don't mind if I do.
Talon Hurricane! Rising Wiper! Eagle Fly! Mirage!
Dance in the
You're
wind.
mine!
Sleep now.
I'm on! You're finished!
That's enough. Reload.
Come on, roll now!
Where are you going? Do it. Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Now I'm real mad! Try harder! Rising Wiper! Mirage! Sword Ray Alpha!
Oh, quit staring and concentrate on the fight.
Air thrust.
Got him.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do any more healing for now.
Yeah, we need to.
Hey, isn't that what we've been trying to find?
Campsite? Yep, sure is.
Zoogles aside, the ground here is pretty nice and comfy to sit on.
You can tell even without a sense of pain?
Thankfully, yeah.
What would you do if you couldn't even feel that much?
You mean if I had to only rely on sight and sound? And couldn't even taste or smell anything? I don't even want to think about it.
I guess it'd be like looking at a picture in a way, if that makes sense.
A world I couldn't touch. I wonder if that's what it's like for Shion. Make sure to
We're
get
not
some
talking
good
to anybody.
rest. Well, off we go.
Alright, got full stuff
Isn't
again.
that what we were asked to find?
I'm getting pretty hungry.
Want to sit down and fix something?
Yep, the sooner the better.
Hey, it's that ingredient.
Yeah, the one for that recipe.
You always have an eye for food.
I don't know if this is the right way or not, but I'm gonna go poke it and see what's here.
Do you sense one of your friends?
we got now?
Noodle?
Well, this looks like a...
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
You picked the wrong fight.
Sleep now. Coming through.
Here I come. I'll take you all on. You're mine. Rising Wyvern. Now I'm in the cool. Anything in armor is all mine.
Do it.
Here I come. It's over. Here I come. You're on. Here I come.
Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that.
And still as humble as ever.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Wish I knew what triggered those, because I don't think I'm doing it. I think it's...
I won't rest until
I
I'm
think
the
that it's
best
just
I
being
can be.
triggered automatically.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be.
Here, have some glowy bits.
There's nothing here. It doesn't even connect to Vicent.
Nope. Let's quit wandering around and get back to work.
There you are. Giggle glasses? Okay, well, now I feel like I have to see what these are.
Maybe something's going on.
Yes. Absolutely.
On in the forest.
Yes. Look, everybody, he can see through his mask now.
Here, have some glowy bits.
Thank you so much for the glowy bits. Also, thank you for the invite. I haven't got my profile set up yet, but during the break I did get the account created. I am Sinistrol 2099 at .bsky.social.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Got another owl here that I have to count with.
I hate camping out.
I am actually not a fan of camping out myself. A whole lot of nature. Nature is very overrated.
I won't forgive you.
Here I come. First strike.
I never miss. Thunderblade.
Take this. It's over. You're mine.
Eagle Fly.
Try this.
Here's a healing arm.
Infernal turret. It's
First
over.
aid.
Take this.
Flame of Fury.
Take
Spear. Pierce evil.
Not a chance.
Freeze Lancer. Lightning Condemned.
Crush.
Thunderblade. Here's a healing arm. All day. First aid.
Take this. Rising Wyvern.
Not on my watch. Raging Cascade.
Take this. This one's all mine.
Here, let me help.
Coming through.
Those glasses!
Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Here, let me help. Astral Energy.
Say no more. Got it.
Well done.
Here I go.
I can carve through. Now I'm in the groove.
Burn.
Raging Cascade.
First strike.
Wow, that was a nice move there.
I know, right? Bet you couldn't do it.
So it's a grab here, thrust the left leg, Then use the right arm to leverage over...
Stop memorizing my move!
What's this thing?
2 out of 10. Could not go through the waterfall.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. It's over. That's enough. Rising water. You're on.
Sleep now. Freeze laser. Get on in there with the others.
Take this.
Flying
free. Give me tougher.
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Mirage.
Where are you going?
Take this. Rising wyvern.
Leave the enemy's arcs to me.
No complaints here.
Air thrust.
I wonder why it didn't say any of those emotes. That's interesting.
Still got a ways to go.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Rising wyvern. Take this. Mirage. I'll tear you apart. Rising wyvern. I'm not done. Coming.
All right, Tetra.
Don't mind if I do.
Take this.
No, my game. Sleep well, Tetra. Thanks for hanging out tonight.
No escape. Ignite. You're mine. You're finished. Mirage. Take this. You're finished. Mirage.
Magic is out. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Well done.
Here I come. You're finished.
So you did not care for this game, Brid? Is that what I am? Was that what the takeaway for why you abandoned it?
That extra training paid off.
Hey, I think that might be what we're looking for.
Good. I don't even see what my. Gotcha. I need to start using those permanent. Didn't care about any of the characters either. Okay. I gotta start using some of those permanent attribute up items, but I don't know which ones to use on which people. This one we can walk to. Kind of what I expected with the last one. No sign of the owl. Oh.
I see a village over there.
The people working in it look Danon.
Look at these fields and all this livestock. Am I crazy for thinking these people seem to have it pretty easy?
What the hell is going on here?
Ooh, devil wings.
Maybe something's...
I don't like those. Those are mid.
going on in the forest.
Alright, everybody. I'm just gonna milk a cow now.
All right. Yeah. Good grief.
Very nice.
I guess.
Yes. I don't believe.
Huh? Really?
You can raise livestock for cooking ingredients. Place the livestock you want to raise in the barn, give them feed. You can give them paid feed to raise more of them faster. You can get ingredients which your livestock grows over time. Okay, we're not farming. We're just not doing it. Not in this game. Although that's an interesting thing that they added.
Who would have thought we'd be raising animals in a place like this?
Since we've decided to stop, we should make use of the opportunity.
Do you mean me?
It doesn't matter who.
I mean, if I wanted to play Stardew, I'd go play Stardew. And I do love me some Stardew Valley. I've yet to meet a person who actually doesn't like Stardew Valley. Concerned Ape did such a good job with that game. And continued to, like, update it for like, ever. Travel back. I will say, as I've gotten more options in
We've reached our
combat, the
destination.
combat has gotten much better. Like, it was pretty... It was pretty low tier when it started.
Man, I'm famished.
Where's the dude that I have to give this stuff to? We have new accessories that we can make. For free. And we can manage the ranch from here.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
We don't actually have to travel to the ranch. That's key. Okay.
All done. Come and eat.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Says I don't have to chat with her, but I'm kind of curious to see. Oh, it's just a generic cutscene. Okay.
We should really get some rest. Another day, another Gald.
I did not mean to go into the ranch. God damn it. Ranch is pretty much the universal condiment, right? Like, I'm not crazy, right? Like, it just goes well on everything. Probably also awful for you, but... kind of like mayo in that regard. Mayo just goes well on everything. It did. It popped up. You missed it. But just for you. Yeah, I moved it for the save Annis thing.
Look, Renan soldiers.
Do the Renans control the...
Everyone is all smiles.
I've never seen a city so lively before.
Lots of stars to go talk to. I don't understand. The Lord of Life. Okay, well. That makes sense given the verdant green area that we're in.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
They could have made the blacksmithing and stuff really obnoxious by making you do it at a town, but the fact that you can do it at any campfire where there's like a keeper is really nice.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
So if there are two owls, does that make them a pair of hooters?
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they... Right.
That can't be.
How's this?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Hey!
Zoogle fangs would make Great weapons.
You need to stop this fixation with weapons.
But you're the same way about food. Are you planning to stop that?
Wow. Called her fat. So mean. There you are. A little halo.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
I guess.
Sure. Hmm. Sure.
Uh-uh. Something's fishy here because it seems like this is a utopia and that the Lord is not perfect people like all the other lords are. I don't know not quite what to make of this one. Hoodle hoodle hoo.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
That is so weird. That is not how owls fly at all.
Look! It's all the owls we found. I guess this was their way of thanking us for finding them.
It looks like they're grouping up by color. Is that a thing?
Actually, the color of Dan and Owl's feathers is based on their maturity and their astral energy element. So maybe they stick to certain groups even if they all belong to the same kingdom.
Then I guess that means we can tell just how many owls we found in each domain.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
They seem to be saying something.
Maybe they're thanking us for finding their buddies.
Nope.
Then again, maybe they're telling us that we have more owls to find.
I think the Queen is protesting that they shouldn't put undue pressure on us.
By the way, the fucking mustache and the little
Maybe he's
Fango,
arguing back
or
that
again,
we're the
I don't know
only
what that's
ones
called.
they can
The
actually
little
turn
itty-bitty
to.
soul patch is just absolutely
Right.
amazing on the fucking
Which is why the
king.
Queen is worried about sowing any ill will with us.
the best owl outfit you could possibly have. And also,
We'll
this
do
little
our
guy is
best,
going to end up
so
being
don't
royalty.
worry.
Just watch.
I think.
Can you understand them?
Of course not. I'm just inferring. For some reason, when I hear them talk, that's just what I imagine them saying.
Oh, well, I think you're pretty close to the mark at least.
Well, don't worry about it. We're not breaking our backs over this. I think that was a thank you.
Seems like
Those
it.
new glasses
From
are
both of them.
amazing, aren't they?
Poodle
They
seems
just-
happy with this.
They
Isn't that
change
nice, Rinwell?
everything about the cutscenes.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's coming up here in a couple minutes. Means it'll be time to take a break.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Well, you can't, so...
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase.
Okay!
Got it.
Just great. Well...
All right.
What are you gonna use the prize money for?
What else? Eating. Until my stomach bursts.
That sounds right up Shion's alley.
Gans get paid a fair wage for the work we do. This is... it's so weird, because it seems like it's not a bad place to live, but yet, like... there's gotta be something wrong, right? Alright, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few moments. And we're back.
So these are the training grounds. The atmosphere here feels different compared to the rest of it.
Might as well accept the challenge. Do this shit. Terrapin fists. Ooh, fisted. Those are some big fists. Oh, they hit hard, okay.
Now you see what I can do. Watch this! I never miss! Here I come! Rising Wyvern! You're on! It's over! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Here I come!
Here's a healing arc!
First aid!
I was overconfident.
Stay away from my friend!
Dance in the wind! In here! Let's get you up!
You just can't use items.
Tucked away.
I'm on it!
Close one! Right back at ya! Raging Cascades!
Blow away!
Here's another! Hey, close one! Gotcha!
Talon Hurricane! Eagle Fly! Talon! Soar! It's go time! Armor won't save you! I'm on it! I'll run you through! Almost! You're now on Not my finest.
Well, fuck. We died. I think we can do it. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we can do it. They're level 32, but
I have a bad feeling about this.
You'll pay for that! Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! Swallow Blade! Okay, here I go! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Here I come! Try harder! My turn! Rising Wyvern!
I was overconfident.
Stay away from my friend! Is this it?
yeah, no, I don't think we can beat him.
I'm not my
I
finest.
thought we could beat him, but I'm not seeing it happen. Missed one that we have to go talk to, I think. I see a star. I see a star.
I still can't believe I'm seeing Danins and Renins getting along.
You never know. It could all be an act on orders from the Renins.
To what end? It would be an incredible amount of effort just to fool us.
Let's check out more of the city. There's probably places we haven't seen yet.
What do you think? There might be places we haven't seen yet. Sure.
My dad's working in the quarry today. So is mine.
I can go
I'm
this
gonna
way now.
help him when I grow up.
Looks like Danins are working in the quarry.
Let's go check it out.
the quarry is when you ask the rock question, right?
Stay sharp. We're going in.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well today. Could I please take the day off?
Oh, that's terrible. Rest up and try not to strain yourself. I'll let the others know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Gotta be some kind of trap. This is super sus.
Everybody seems so happy working here.
And it seems like the soldiers are there to actually protect them rather than keep an eye on them.
I don't get it. How can it be like this?
That is a good question.
Halt!
Oh, hey, it's another party member, I'm pretty sure.
I presume you're Alphen, of Orbis Calaglia? I'm Captain Kisara of the Eldermenencia Guard.
Just Kisara? No last name would make you a Danon.
So it does. Is that a problem?
The guard. Wait, so you're saying the Lord of Eldermenencia has Danons protecting him?
In this country, Danon guardsmen aren't unusual. Everyone
It's
who
not
enlists does so of their
unusual to
own
be
free
guarded
will.
by a Danon.
She sounds like she's serious, Alphen.
That makes no sense. Don't your people remember 7 years ago?
Wouldn't you be grateful if you were finally allowed to live as a free person?
And for my part, there is no greater honor than being chosen to serve His Excellency, Lord Dohalim.
I feel no shame. But all of that aside, I came seeking you, Alphen, at Lord Dohalim's behest. He wishes an audience with you.
With us?
Indeed, he awaits you at Autolina Palace. That is, if you choose to accept. I am here only as a messenger, not a kidnapper. Your reply?
All right. We'll meet your lord.
Very well. I shall return and deliver your acceptance. Please don't keep him waiting too long.
Before you go, what lies beyond this point?
A quarry manned by Danon laborers.
Nothing else?
There's a Danon medical facility for the severely ill at the back. However, for sanitation reasons, it's kept off limits, even to guardsmen.
That was odd. Why do you think this Dohalim would want to see us?
It's probably a trap.
Still, they already know we're here. Not like we can start being stealthy now. We might as well listen to what he has to say.
Hey, are you sure about going? What if it's a trap?
It's
That's
definitely
no
a trap.
reason to back out now.
Law's right. I get your concern, but we should buckle down.
There's just no way it's not a trap, right? Like, has to be.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
I guess that towering structure at the center is the palace.
You think it's dangerous to go inside?
It's not a question of danger. We're going inside regardless.
Hey!
Pretty fancy place they got here.
There's no way this isn't a trap.
I
guests, my lord.
thought this person was going
Thank
to be
you,
a party member
Sarah.
from the video, but apparently not.
You're the wielder of the blazing sword, the liberator of Calaglia. You do dress humbly for someone of such grandeur. But where are my manners? I am the ruler of Elda Menencia. I'm Lord Dohalim Ilkaris.
If you know who we are, then you know how strange it is to invite us into your palace.
I thought I'd clear up your misconceptions before things could escalate. What do you say? You did come here to defeat me, did you not?
Perhaps, and what if we did? Are you planning to fight us here?
I don't think that will be necessary. After all, I imagine you've taken in a fair amount of his scent by this point. Have you come across even one slave being abused? Soldiers killing for sport? Suffering of any form? I would hazard that you have not. For I have liberated Menencia from its suffering and brought joy to its people. But if these results are not enough to stay your sword...
Really? He went for it. Wow.
I commend you for your boldness, but it won't work on me. Still, your would-be assassination cannot go unpunished.
Alphen!
Fair enough.
Okay, well now he's just stunting on her.
Allow me to host you for dinner. We shall continue our talk then. Kelzelik,
Yes, my lord.
please escort our guests if you would be so kind.
As you wish, sire.
That's what you get for being so careless.
What I get? What were you thinking attacking him on your own?
What are you upset about? Our whole goal is supposed to be overthrowing the lords. Remember?
He could have been hurt.
And it wouldn't have been the first time either. What's gotten into you?
Those
Hey,
fucking glasses.
You know that Alphen
Oh
is
my
really just
God,
playing around,
like-
right?
He's worried?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. But maybe not.
It pains me to see two wasted opportunities.
Why did you set the Danans here free when you took over?
But you are mistaken. You see, I may rule single-handedly, but on my own, even I cannot change the order of things. But what is within my power is the welfare of the people, the fostering of a mutual respect among the classes. This I can change.
Sounds a lot like the Danans are still oppressed, if you ask me.
Only in the sense they continue to serve as laborers, yes. However, I assure you they are fairly compensated for their efforts. This harmony we strive for is the current pinnacle of Ren and Danan coexistence.
Harmony and coexistence between the Renans and the Danans.
What about the crown contest? This doesn't exactly make you a shoo-in.
And yet, the Danans here are even more productive than when they used to face daily lashings. In any case, the crown contest is of little importance to me, and even less to Elda Menencia. You see, I have no interest in becoming sovereign.
I mean, that would take him out of the running and might necessarily be a reason for him not to be evil, but something is still out of place here, and I can't put my finger on it.
Stop this! Please! It's over! Stop!
Well, you can't tell him.
How could you? I swear, I'll never forgive you for this!
It is not by choice that one assumes the throne of a realm. But sovereign is a different matter entirely. I have no interest in playing their game.
Are you saying you'll withdraw from the contest?
I guess if you don't plan to ascend the throne, there's not much reason to harvest energy from Danins, is there?
Let the ambitious fight it out amongst themselves. All I care for is maintaining peace throughout my realm.
So what? Your personal desires are all that matter to you?
Take a look in the mirror.
I don't get why
I may
she's
not
upset
play
by
their
this.
games, but you have outright betrayed your own. You've torn down 2 of my fellow lords. What precisely is your aim?
Anarchy.
Spare me your answer. I care not for your reasons. Suffice it to say, I will not impede you. That said, should you threaten the peace of my realm, I will respond. I suggest you conclude your business and leave Menancia at your earliest convenience. Kelzelik. Our guests depart. Please see to their lodgings for the night.
I mean, you know, if he's actually a good ruler, and his people are being treated well, we don't really...
I shall arrange for rooms for you all at a local inn. It is a short ways
We have
down
no
the
reason to
road.
depose him.
You may stay there for the night, after which I suggest you promptly make your departure.
There was that big door in the quarry. Something's weird.
Damn, look at how ritzy this place is. How many rooms do you think it's got?
Don't you think you're being a little too relaxed?
My.
They could strike at any moment.
If they were going to attack us, they would have done it already.
See if there's any treasure to be had. there's an office as well. That reminds me, we never did go back to that office, did we? Commerce with Mahagsar grows.
Another sinner has joined our ranks.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow. We keep follows anonymous here to protect the sinners.
So what is Mahagsar exactly?
One of the 5 realms of Dana. From the sound of it, Kelzelik had some dealings with them.
If you'd like to speak up, feel free to do so. Enjoy your alert.
Hello!
Hello! Hope your night's going well. Going really well. I'm enjoying the shit out of this game. The hello sound. Locked, okay. Nothing seems overtly evil, but Zelda nerd? Yeah, me too. I love Zelda. Did a pretty big marathon before Tears of the Kingdom. And that, of course, launched right into Tears of the Kingdom. Such a great game. Do you have a favorite in the series? Treasury, Lord's Quarters. Alright, I think that's everything, actually. Can't go. We've already established we can't go in. In particular, they're all really good. Yeah. I had never played Wind Waker until late last year. I played it for the very first time, and I was completely blown away by just how good it was. Zelda is actually the original Legend of Zelda for the NES was actually the very first game I ever played.
Do you really think we should trust accommodations from a Renin Lord? How do we know it's safe?
Like we have any other choice. We can't go and set up camp outside of town at this hour.
Honestly, I'd still take that over staying here. What if they try to kill us in our sleep?
I doubt that's the case. His best chance to kill us would have been back at the
I was
palace.
gonna say, when he had all his guards,
His
yeah, he
true intentions aside,
literally
for
could
now,
just
at least we're in
off
his
this
good
right
books.
there.
Then we probably shouldn't test his patience. Let's find that inn and check in.
The name is Viscint, V-I-S-C-I-N-T. That's the name of this kingdom, right? But I'm a fountain pen nerd, and I keep, like, Visconti is, like, a big fountain pen brand, and it's like, that's all I can see.
Welcome, fair travelers. It is an honor for you to stay with us. Please, make yourselves...
This is better than I expected.
Hmm?
The room. It's nice.
Huh? Oh, yeah. It is pretty nice.
You okay, La? You're a million miles away.
Nah, it's weird. I felt strange ever since we arrived here. Can't seem to shake it. Maybe it's something about this place.
You're just tired. I'm feeling pretty sluggish myself.
No,
You
it's
too?
definitely something.
Seriously, you two? A word to the wise, our work here is far from over. Get yourselves together.
Sorry, but I need to call it a day. Well, let's meet back here tomorrow morning and see where things go from there. Sound good?
Sure, but keep an eye out for anything strange, okay? We still don't know how safe this place really is. Are you two feeling any better?
Yeah, a good night's sleep seems to have done the trick.
I wonder why we felt so out of it. You think it might have been because of all the food we ate?
You don't think they slipped something into our food, do you?
No.
That must be it.
It's gonna be a magic
If they were making an
field
attempt
of
on our
some
lives,
kind.
we'd know it by now. Though, on the other hand, they could be warning us off.
Come to think of it, you didn't eat anything at the meal, Rinwell. Aren't you starving?
Oh, I made myself something later.
You missed out. That was some mighty fancy grub they served yesterday.
What? And give the enemy a chance to poison me too? Are you crazy?
What's the big deal? Shion ate it too, remember? And we both tried the same stuff.
Well, maybe they laced it with poison that's only harmful to Danins, hmm?
That's enough, Rinwell.
Her name is Molly Rinwell.
A cat? Where'd it come from?
There's something on its collar. Hold on a sec.
I think it's trying to lead us somewhere.
I'm gonna follow it.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
He just said he's gonna follow the cat. It wasn't complicated. That was a dumb question.
There it is!
Stay close. We're gonna lose it.
What's gotten into you, Law?
This might be the lead we've been waiting for.
Seriously?
Yeah. Some people train animals to act as messengers. They don't attract attention, see?
And you think that someone might be using that cat? To reach out and send us a message or something?
I could be wrong, but it's possible.
I'm impressed. I would never have thought of that.
I should know. We used to use them in Cyslodia.
She's so adorable.
Cats are adorable.
Where do you think it's trying to lead us?
Clearly into the forest that we couldn't get to.
Whoever came up with this is pretty damn clever.
Yeah, it just looks like an ordinary cute cat.
The forest of cats.
We lost sight of the cat.
After the chase it's led us on, there's gotta be something up ahead.
Let's go farther in.
See real quick. Game. Oh, that's neat. This is like the forest with the rabbit people in Final Fantasy 12. What it feels like.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this. You're mine!
Whatever you do, stay away from the forest. One more.
You're mine! Mortal blade!
Ready.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
My turn! Rising Wyvern! Not again! Storm! Swallow Blade! It's over! You picked the wrong fight!
Don't mind if I do. Listen.
Now you see what I can do!
Do it. Astral energy. Full throttle.
I'm even stronger than before.
Peach Jill sounds so gross.
No holding back.
This will be a piece of cake! How about this? Eagle Fly!
Healing circle. Thank you.
Rising Wyvern!
Thank you.
If you're ever in a pinch, just say the word.
Looks like it could be worth something.
The reason the trees around here are so big is because of astral energy, right?
It's possible, but give them enough time and trees can get pretty big on their own without any extra help.
True. Nature facts.
I have a bad feeling about
Fun and educational.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
I'm not done! Mirage! I'm on it! This one's all mine! Blow away! Ignite!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
I really appreciate that when I was in school, like, there was an honest effort to make video games that were also fun. They were on the computer, mind you, so there was an honest effort to make, like, games that were both fun and educational, right? Like, Number Crunchers or Number Munchers, I think, was one that we used to play a lot in elementary school on the Apple IIs that we had.
No complaints from
I did
me.
really like Where in the World Was Carmen Sandiego as well. That was a lot of fun.
No holding back.
This is a piece of cake! I'll tear you apart! Hey, when did I get so popular? Mirage!
Not on my watch.
I can carve through one! We got flyers!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Now, in the groove! All yours! We turned the tables on them.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Unfortunately, like, Where in the World Was Carmen Sandiego came with a condensed,
I think
like, a
I'm
very
getting stronger.
specific encyclopedia in it. Like, it had like a pocket
I
encyclopedia.
have a bad feeling about this.
And you can find the game these days. You cannot find that encyclopedia.
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
And I don't know that all of the answers would be the same. You know what I mean? Like, if you had to look up stuff for. Yeah. Because information gets updated over time, that sort of thing, right? We're talking about a game that came out in the 90s, so it'd be like a 30-year-old encyclopedia now. So yeah, that information is definitely going to get updated.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Not today! Eagle Pride! You're mine!
In here.
Water! Eat this! You're finished! I'll tear you apart! Here I come! You're finished!
Wind astral energy. All right.
You're
It's
finished!
showtime.
You're mine! Mirage!
weapons with this?
We can, in fact, make weapons.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this. Armor won't save you!
Mirage! I'm on it! It's on! You're mine! Burn it out! Here I come! Rising Warrior!
Do it!
I owe you one!
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
You're finished!
Do it! Lock! Get toasty!
First strike!
Right, next
Nice!
Already on! You're mine! Mirage! You're finished!
Do it! Here's evil! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Very flashy.
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
I have a bad feeling about this.
Where are you going?
You're done!
Sleep
Here
for a
I
while.
go!
Get on in there with your spear! Here's the evil!
You're mine! Eat this! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Water, hear my call!
Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Here's evil! Do it!
Take this!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Can't hear them. They're up there. Okay.
This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist. Do they not teach you to say thank you, Indiana? Not feel Renin, they don't.
Arch field! Not on my watch!
Here I come!
Leave the enemy part to me.
No complaints here!
Sleep now.
It was nice while it lasted.
Whirlwind Sword Rain Alpha! You're finished! You're mine!
Do it! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this!
Deus Roar! Here's the dance in the wind!
You're mine!
Air thrust! Light afterlife healing
It's over!
Eagle fire! Gemini Aqua! Who wants to die next? Hit! Primed and ready! Here's a healing arm!
Not today!
Dance in the wind!
Take
This
it!
one's mine! Who wants to die next?
Move it!
Arc strike! Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
That friggin' flintlock style gun of hers is pretty damn cool looking.
Certainly not bad. No complaints here.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Glacial spear! Piercing! Thanks here! Freeze laser! Get on in there with that!
I'll smash you! I'll finish you here now!
Rising Wiper!
Mirage! You're finished!
Take it! Only getting started!
It's over!
Here
I come!
Eagle now!
It's on! It's over!
Piercing!
Burn in hell! You're mine! Rising Wiper! Mirage!
Get on in there, you doubtful!
Here I come!
Who wants to die next?
Try harder! My turn! It's over!
Any injuries?
I guess we can take this?
Yes. We can. Three minutes away from ads, roughly.
Let me know if you need
We taking a
healing.
quick break during that time.
Seer, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Here, let me help. I can't hold on much longer.
Is this it?
Dance in the mega ray. In here. Flame. Reload. Everything you want. I'm all stuffed up. Magic is there. Seal. Mega ray. Only save them and I'm ready.
We are freaking invincible!
Falcon and the others truly are strong.
What about me? I do.
Do it!
Lunar blast. Shining supernova. Dance in the wind. Air spear. Piercing astral hurricane. Freeze laser.
I need to be stronger.
Everywhere you look, it's nothing but green, green, and more green.
Just like Calaglia. Rocks, rocks, and more rocks.
And Cyslodia. Snow, snow, and...
Yep, snow, snow, and more snow.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
Take this!
Freeze laser.
First strike! Mirage!
Hurricane. Wind astral energy. Dance in the wind. Air blast. Light astral energy.
I'm not done!
Eat this.
Take this!
Mirage. Raging cascade. Eagle dawn. In here.
Ow.
I'll be saving this one.
Eat this! I'll finish you here and now!
You're finished!
Now.
It's go
Launch.
time!
Get toasty.
Burn strike!
Right. Next one.
Already on it!
Rising Wiper!
Hurricane!
Mirage!
I'll finish you here and now!
Now. Get toasty.
Burn strike!
Hey, perfect timing because we are
Bombs of
gonna be
yours
right
are
back after these
amazing.
commercials.
Who needs
Thanks
a
for
gun
hanging
when
around.
you can send them flying?
And we're back. Thanks for hanging out.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
enemy.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
That means it's time to save, because it's a boss fight.
It's crazy. I've never seen anything like these plants before. It's like they're an invasive species.
They are.
Not that I'm surprised. Calaglia's all dry and Cyslodia is...
Watch out!
Ah! The hell? Is that a Zoogle?
That thing is huge! Everyone, be careful!
Gotta use the boomerang to knock down its vines.
Why can't these dumb plants just keep to themselves?
Less whining and more fighting, Stank.
Yeah, I got you.
What? The enemy is over there.
You're mine!
Spear.
I'll run you through! Take this! You're on! Burn!
Armor won't save you!
Sealed. It's over.
You're finished!
More for the stockpile. Mega Ray. Crossblade. Gemini Alpha.
Rising Wyvern!
Damn it! We can't get close enough to hit the main body!
Let's start by taking out the tentacles.
Move escape! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done!
The tide of battle has turned. That's the power of comrades in arms. Right, comrades in arms. What? Too sentimental?
Sighted. Dance in the wind.
Right! You're mine!
Annihilation. Dance in the wind.
Ooh.
Air thrust. This one's mine. Where are you going? Ready.
Not today!
Air thrust. Don't mind if I do. It's over. Gravitas field. Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Photon blast. Dance in the wind. Take air thrust.
Rising Wyvern!
Getting started.
No escape!
I'm on it!
Dance in the wind.
Rising Wyvern! No escape!
Reinforcements.
You're mine!
Dance in the wind.
You're finished!
Attack time!
Air
I'm on it!
Here I come! Here I come! You're on!
Come on! I'll blow you to smithereens!
Try harder! Take this! No escape! Rising Wyvern! No escape!
Green Blazer!
Here I come! You're
Air thrust! Will this work? Dance in the wind! Hey, that...
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Who's in the sky? Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! This one's all mine!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Ready! Air thrust!
Rising Wyvern!
Where are you going? Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
My astral energy! Hear me!
Armor won't save you!
Talon Hurricane! Take this!
Here it comes!
First aid!
Now I can let loose. No escape!
Hurricane!
Now! You're mine!
Eagle, watch this!
No escape!
Dance in the wind!
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
More for the stockpile! Mega Ray! My astral energy! Here's a healing art!
Strike! Okay, here I come! I'm not done! It's on!
Air thrust!
Okay, here I go! Burn!
Photon blast! Here's a healing art!
It's over!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Here my astral energy!
Great!
When it's almost shut up, Law, I'm trying to focus.
I was only trying to be nice.
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I. Don't worry. I'll help you keep a white bird.
My astral energy! Don't mind if I do.
Here I come! Rising Wiper! Carve through armor! First strike! Glimmer Dragon! No escape! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! It's over! You're on! You're mine!
Glacial Spear. Here's the evil. Dance in the wind.
Here I come!
Air thrust. Here's the evil. Light after dance
Here I
in the
come!
wind.
Watch out!
Dance in the wind.
No escape!
Only getting
Rising
started.
Wyvern! Burn in hell!
Light after land.
You're
Dance
mine!
in the wind. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Dead.
Everyone okay?
I'm starting to get that it's a trap feeling again, guys.
We'll just pray you're wrong. Hey, there's that cat.
Looks like it's not done leading us yet.
I think I'm getting stronger.
Oh yeah? Think you... could beat me at arm wrestling?
When have I not been?
I'll see you again tomorrow. Well, off we go.
This had better not all be for nothing.
Somehow I
This looks like it goes right into the quarry.
Really?
Like the back entrance into the quarry. It looks like we're going in through the south entrance.
You know, for a guard, you're not too good at tailing people. Not to brag, but this kind of thing is my specialty.
So it really is you. When Law told us, I almost didn't believe it.
I'm just surprised you could do two things at once, Law.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, goddamn. Problematic.
It looks like somebody needs to be put in their place.
The one time I wanted to resolve things peacefully. What the hell? I thought you wanted us to leave!
You'll never make me talk.
Not helpful. In fact, you're pretty damn stubborn, you know that?
Here I come! I'm on! It's over!
Talon Horde! Alright,
Tiger Blade!
Oh, back in there to throw it!
Glad you have your uses.
Here I come!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
First strike!
I'll tear you apart!
You're mine!
Dance in the wind! Healing circle! Now,
Rising Wyvern! Hung up!
So much for sitting this fight out.
Wouldn't be a complaint.
No, that is...
Take this!
dance in the wind!
Try harder!
This will come in handy. Searing time! Reload! Whoa! Hey, one at a time!
Ignite!
I'm out of arrows! I'm all stuffed up!
Here I come!
Talon Horde!
It's over! You're mine! It's over!
Raging Cascade! Flaming Meteor! Flame Fury!
You're mine! You're finished!
Well.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Thank you.
Dance in the wind! Away! Sword Rain Alpha! Raging Rising Wyvern! Healing Target Blade! Dance in the wind!
Here I go.
Did you just heal me?
Sorry to
I need you, remember? We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Raging Roar! Whoa! Hey! One at a time!
Move it!
I got it!
Move it, Jake!
Water! Hear my
Ignite!
flow! Switch
I'm
off!
watching!
Spread! Raging
You shouldn't have messed with me.
Feel like me again.
Take this!
Mega Ray!
Sword Rain Alpha! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Armor won't save you!
Raging
Take
Storm!
this!
Come on,
Rising Wyvern!
Raging Cascade! If it's in the sky, it's mine! This one's mine! The enemy is going all out!
Can't move!
Raging Cascade! Mega here! Searing Flame! I'll be saving this one! I'll bring you back from death to this! Alright! Here's your time! Raging Cascade! Spread! Dance in the wind! Flaming Meteor! Raging Cascade!
Rising Wyvern!
In here! Frozen Pearl! This is a power!
You're finished!
Thunder Field! That's freaking Here's a healing art!
Swallow Blade!
First aid!
Sword Rain
Raging
Alpha!
Storm! Eagle Fly! Tiger Blade! Lightning Orb! I'll bring you back from death to this! Swallow!
Oh, this is a massive damage sponge.
Raging Cascade! Seal! Glacier Spear! Here's the Eagle Heil! Haze Lancer! Alright, it's done!
Much better.
This one's mine! Art Expert coming through!
I'm on it!
Here, Ground and Pearl! First aid! This wall! Gemini Ultra!
Whirlwind Snap!
The enemy is going all out! Reload! Tiger Blade!
Talon Hurricane! I'm on a roll now!
Time to shine! Far enough! Healing Circle!
Now I can let loose!
Hurry!
Oh, you are gonna pay for that! You're mine! I'll smash you! Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
That's gonna
Eagle
fly!
Dog! Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come! Try harder! Eat this! First strike!
I'll end you! Lunar Blast!
Sword Rain Alpha!
In the wind!
Swallow Blade! Now I'm in the groove!
Get on in there with the others!
See what I can do!
Switch to offense!
It's too much! I really owe you
Here
one.
I come!
I'm on it! Swallow Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art! I can't
Here
stand it
it
forever!
I'm on it!
Annihilation!
I'll run you through!
Mega Ray!
Talon Sword!
Tiger Blade!
Talon Hurricane!
Annihilation! Mega Ray! Watch and
Eat this! Ignite!
Talon Hurricane!
You're my winner!
Watch this! I still got some fight left in me. Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
I'll tear you apart!
Thunder Field!
Strike!
Grind and Red!
Talon Hurricane! You're mine!
Where are you going? I'm a target!
was gonna say, we can't kill her. She's gonna join the party, so...
What's your deal, huh? Did Dohalim put you up to this? You send us away and then come to finish us off? I don't buy it.
I wonder. We came here following a black cat. What reason could you have for tagging along? Certainly not as a spy.
You think she might have business with whoever called us out here?
And even if she did, I highly doubt she was trying to keep us from harm. Am I wrong? Just who was it that led us out here? Answer me.
Are you serious?
Hold your horses. I'm the one who summoned you all here. Well, maybe not all. Nice of you to drop by, Kisara. It's been a while.
You two know each other?
Hello, brother.
Oh. Okay. That doesn't really clear it up, but at least we know that they're family.
So, you're the big heroes who liberated Calaglia and Cislodia, huh? It's an honor to meet you all.
We didn't do it all on our own. We had a lot of support from others along the way.
So, wait. Kisara's your sister?
Yep, that she is. The only family I have left. She was the dreamer of the two of us, full of hope for the future of this realm, for both Danans and Renans alike.
For siblings, you two don't exactly look like you're on the best of terms.
That's because Miguel here is a traitor. Isn't that right? We were in the Guard together. That is, until he was caught plotting to assassinate His Excellency Lord Dohalim. He took off after that.
I mean, yeah, that's
Is
generally
that
what you
true?
do if you don't succeed in assassinating a
You still
member of a
believe
royal
that's what
house.
happened?
Get the fuck out of there. You
I
don't
don't
just
see
stick
why
around
I
and be like,
shouldn't.
oh, sorry. Whoops,
Even if
my
the
bad.
truth slapped you in the face, you'd reject it. Same as back then. Heck, even now I'm still working to serve Lord Dohalim.
More lies. You haven't changed.
Before Lord Dohalim came to power, this country was ruled by an oppressive regime. We lost both of our parents to it. Back in those days, there were countless Danan children who had been orphaned by the Renan's tyranny, just like us. So we formed our own families among ourselves and helped each other out, surviving as best we could. And then Lord Dohalim came along. He abolished the oppression that kept us down, and the Danans were treated like people again. Menencia was reborn under his watch, and orphaned children became a thing of the past.
If so, then why did you betray him?
I'm not done talking. I'm sure you know the Renans are trying to harvest astral energy from us Danans.
Yes.
Yes. Shion here told me that's how they decide their next sovereign.
That's right. There are 5 types of astral energy. Earth,
There's actually 6,
water,
but okay.
fire, wind, and light. All of them are contained within every living being.
And that's the excuse they use to enslave us.
You ever wondered what happens to living beings and other matter when they lose all their astral energy?
They just die, or so I thought.
If only. See for yourselves.
The fuck?
What the... Is that... metal?
Not metal, but to be honest, your guess is as good as mine. I believe it's... nothing. Matter with no physical form. Just a reminder of what was once there.
So yes, they
call
die.
it the hollowing.
The hollowing?
The process itself is invisible to the naked eye, but it makes the impacted area reflective. Once it consumes my whole body, that's it for me. I'm dead.
What? That can't... Miguel, when were you going to...
A sinister plot is unfolding as we speak. One Lord Dohalim is likely none the wiser to. It was blind luck I even found out about it. I tried to warn the man for all the good it did. Take a look at this. It's called the Fruit of Helgen. When a Danon eats this fruit, their body enters a heightened state, one that causes them to emit more astral energy than usual.
Hold on. Could this be the reason Alphen and Law were feeling out of sorts last night after we ate with Dohalim?
Sounds like you've been introduced to these things before. None too surprising either. Most of the realm's food supply contains traces of the fruit.
Wow.
If that's what we ate, does that mean we'll become hollowed like your hand?
You don't need to worry. You'd have to consume a large amount of the fruit regularly to exhibit any symptoms.
But if that's the case, then why aren't I showing any symptoms? Why would you be inflicted and not me?
If I had to guess, because the guards' meals are free of it. Otherwise, they'd risk Lord Dohalim noticing. I tried to warn
Very
him,
confused. So
all
Lord
it got me
Dohalim
was
isn't a
locked
bad
up.
guy?
They force-fed me the fruit the entire time I was in chains. It's a miracle I made it out. They eventually left me for dead, thinking I would succumb to my condition. But I survived and managed to escape.
So the assassination plot, just a cover-up?
What?
Eventually, I found others like me. And together we founded the Gold Dust Cats.
Every one of these kingdoms has a separate resistance movement. It's pretty hilarious.
Our mission is to uncover the truth and warn Lord Dohalim. As you can see, though, we haven't gotten very far in that regard. But I'm hoping that's about to change, now you're here.
Which is all thanks to your faithful feline servant.
It was a shot in the dark, but fortunately you recognized her for what she was, and Zare accomplished her mission with flying colors.
So what's our plan of attack, boss?
One of the Lord's routine inspections of the city. It's the only time commoners can talk to him face to face. That's the idea, anyway. His security is bound to be on high alert, but with you lot along, it's the best chance we're going to get to approach him.
All right, we're in. But I have to know, how do you keep going with all you've been through? How have you not given up hope?
I know, Mr. Man in the Iron Mask.
Hey, someone has to fight for the future of the Danons here.
The future?
Lord Dohalim may be a wonderful person, but in the end, he's still a lord like any other. And lords can be replaced. Once the current contest is over, the next lord of Elba Menancia will take over. Then it'll be back to square one for all of us. That's why it's imperative Lord Dohalim sees the light.
You really believe Dohalim is going to stick his neck out for a Danon like you?
Is it so impossible to imagine? Everything begins with a simple leap of faith.
Right.
Yep, sure would. I'll sleep on the floor in this cave. And absolutely not a bed at the inn. Who would want that? Comfortable beds. When you can sleep on the floor in some ruins or something.
Huh? Uh-huh. Can't sleep?
And you?
I woke up randomly and couldn't fall back asleep. I'll go back to bed once I get tired again.
How's your shoulder?
Huh? My shoulder? Oh, you mean where Dohalim smacked me? It feels a little off, but... it's fine. I'll manage.
Doesn't look like it's gotten much better. I'll give you some more healing. That should do the trick.
Hey, yeah, you're right. That feels much better. Thanks, Shion.
I've been thinking about what happened, and I was out of line. I know it takes more than a couple of bullets to bring down a lord.
Forget about it. It's fine now. We all got out of there safe, and now you've healed me up too. We're going to take down all the lords. That was the promise we made, right?
Yeah, I guess. But there was one other thing I wanted to ask you. Back at the palace, Law said you took that hit because you were worried about me. What was it you were worried about?
That's... kinda hard to explain.
Just tell me.
Well, for one, if we lost you, I wouldn't be able to use the blazing sword anymore.
Obviously.
But more
Hey!
important than that,
No, Visual.
I guess
This is the way
I
now.
just couldn't let you die.
Look at these. Look at these amazing.
Honestly, I think that's all there is
No
to it.
spoilers, but how was it? Was it good?
There you go saying stuff like that again. You never learn, do you? But...
Cool. I'm really looking forward to it. These are the best glasses. What are you talking about?
Anyway, it's necessary so
You
we
didn't
can
touch his
fulfill our
butt.
promise, right?
Should have done.
Right.
Butt touch.
Glad you remember that much.
You okay? Anyway, I think I'm going
Please
to
don't
go to
spoil.
bed.
Sleep well. What am I doing?
Want some of that booty? That's what you wanted.
I sent Kisara back to town under the cover of night.
No.
You do?
I wonder why.
Look at
She
how
never could let
amazing it
things
makes
go,
these
ever
cutscenes,
since
these
we were
glasses.
kids.
Look at that. Look
Maybe
at that.
she was keeping an eye on you all because she thought you might cause trouble. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do we need to be worried about her? She could easily report us.
Even if we could have kept her here, it would have just raised more suspicion. Besides, I want to believe in her.
More leaps of faith, huh?
Once we make our move, I'll send Zare to come fetch you again.
But you
Until
want
then,
you were upset
stay
because he
close and
couldn't see
try not
through
to
the
wander
mask.
off
Now
too
he has
far.
eyes.
Guess we're waiting on word from Miguel for the time being.
Let's go out somewhere then. Twiddling my thumbs isn't my style.
I'm going with you if you are. If I let you people go unsupervised, you'd probably wind up too far out for Miguel's news to reach.
Oh, come on. We're not children.
I do have a halo now. We've gone from sinners to saints.
How about you make like the rest of the city and play nice for once?
Yep, we have a new party member. Punchy McFisty Face. And we're working on getting yet another party member as well. No, she's a child. She's just a young adult. She's a young adult who thinks that she's not a child. And may only be not a child in the most legal of senses.
Well, someone seems in tip-top form. Nothing new about that. That's my feel as humble as ever.
Shut him down. Not today.
Seems about
I
right
know that Cyl and Murphy is in it.
I know he said.
That's the important one. But no, other than that, I haven't really like dug too much into it. I know it's based on an actual guy and that's, you know, stuff like that, but Asshole Sput, indeed.
Say no more. Shot.
Well done. I think I'm getting stronger.
I don't know who Kenneth Bragg is off the top of my head.
So
Okay, look at that picture right there. Is that not adorable with the owl and the eyes? Isn't that great? Glasses are the best thing that's happened to this game.
I'll take you all off. Rising Wyvern. Mirage. Evil Frost. Here I come. Try harder. My turn. I'm on it. Flying free.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Yep, it's Dark Souls. Absolutely. So we got this armor after
your
we
flames
beat
and
the
my
Lord of Light
technique,
last night. They
We're
gave us
stronger
the Danon
together than
armor.
we are apart.
It's pretty old.
There.
They thought it was at least a couple thousand years old when they saw it initially. And it came from like a time before when the Danon could use arts. Do I hate French people? No. Why do I hate... What? Why would I hate French people?
When I get...
Okay. It's a weird way to... It's a weird way to ask that, though.
Demons descend! Flashing fang! Easy! Way to go! Shattering the pieces! Attack time! Freeze Lancer!
You're mine! Storm! It's on! Here I... Not today!
Do it!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Do I come across as a person who just generally hates people because of their
Hey,
country of
what do you
origin?
say
I
we
hope
fight that
not.
shining enemy?
Not that. That's still a bad way to ask that. You'd not just be like walking up to people and being like, "Yo, do you hate people from this entire country?" No, of course not. I judge people based purely on their character.
All right. Right.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
Okay. I don't doubt that. I've actually watched French movies that were really amazing before. Amelie is really really great.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over.
Yeah, and a person's country of origin does not determine anything about like whether or not they are skilled or are a generally good person or not. I don't. It's a
This
very
is
weird
great.
topic.
The taste and aroma will blow
We should
everyone
probably just
away.
move on. I do love a good performance in a movie.
Interesting.
Nope, I mean, if they did, I honestly would think lesser of the person suggesting that. But no, I honestly can't think of any examples off the top of my head where I've been subject to that. This is a game that I would save frequently, like Tears of the Kingdom, yeah.
Oh, good. There you are.
You people again. You shouldn't be loitering around here. Don't force me to arrest you.
Think we've established you couldn't even if you wanted to.
What?
Law, quit it. We're not here to argue with you, Captain. We've got something to deliver to you.
Are you asking to use
Here.
the save thing? I
That's-
think I actually got rid of it. Oh.
That bracelet. Is that my brother's? Why are you giving this to me? I can't help but wonder
He
what
is.
my brother is planning with all this.
I'm not sure. That's
Well, his
it.
name is ironic,
I think
see.
he was being sincere about everything he told us back there. I've met a lot of good people fighting to liberate Denver.
Sometimes when he's really angry, he just
And
goes,
I got
I
the
am
same
the
feeling
law.
from Miguel that I did from all of them. I think we can trust him. I think you're a good person too. Otherwise, you would report on us. and
Oh,
hold
yeah,
us
so
cats, right?
there aren't many save slots, Brid, so what I'm doing is
What
I
makes
am...
you think I won't?
Because
I'm
Miguel
basically...
trusts you.
Once I get up
that's
to a
enough for me
chapter
to trust you
boss,
too.
one of the lords, I will save right before that
You're
fight, and then after
a
that
pretty
fight, I
unusual
will move
guy, Alphen.
on to the next
Do you
save
go
slot.
around acting like that everywhere you
I don't know why I'm
liberate
doing
people?
it that way. I just...
What do you mean?
I just am.
Sorry,
It's not
forget
a
it.
thing that I
It's nothing.
like started the game going, I'm gonna do
Okay.
it this way. It just came to me.
Anyway, I think we'll find out more about what Miguel's
Every
planning
so
soon
every
enough.
country that we've
All we
been
can do
to,
now
Visual
is wait
has
and see
their
what happens.
own ridiculously named resistance group,
I guess so.
and they are all very, very welcoming of the party for whatever reason, and then we just
I guess
turn
we
their
just wait
shit
for things to
upside
kick
down.
off.
Yeah. Looks like we'll be staying at the inn another night.
I just stayed at the inn. The game is gonna make me stay there again. That's such bullshit. Gonna give me my food back that I cooked? Huh, game?
Oh, it's Zare.
Hold on. She's got something tied to her collar.
Cat. Indeed.
Oh, she left.
It happens tomorrow. They want us to meet in that underground
damn it.
quarry.
Then we should prepare while we still can. We'll spend the night here at the inn again.
I was just there.
Well, this is it.
Yeah. What angle? Is the Lord gonna take?
I am
depends on
very
the goal.
money starved in
Let's
this
hurry to
game.
the quarry.
Oh. So it was just establishing dominance. Clearly it worked. Right, exactly. Ooh, man, clean up my shit, right, meow.
Next petition! Step forward!
I mean, the real question is, what are you feeding them that it's that awful?
Halt! Is that Miguel? The traitor?
Guards! Don't let them get any closer! His Excellency's life is in grave danger! Kill them all at once!
he's gonna be the one who's leading the plot, I bet.
Stay back, Your Excellency. It's too dangerous.
Enough. He cannot harm me. Nor, I think, does he intend to do so. Isn't that right, Miguel?
Indeed it is, Lord Dohalim.
This has an upset tummy.
I have heard many a rumor about
Could
you,
be.
but I suppose we'll have more time for those later. You have made some rather interesting friends.
Just give her a delicious heart cookie.
He has something he wishes to show
So,
you.
eat it.
We
and
are
it'll be
here
in
to
her
make
tummy.
sure he does.
And what could that be?
Please, my lord, you needn't give these miscreants the time of day.
Ah, yes, the magic, delicious heart cookie. Eat up.
I wish to
You deserve it after committing murder.
Please, you were saying.
It's what's in there, my lord. Have you ever walked all the way through the quarry, my liege? Right to the other side?
Now that you mention it, I don't believe I have. It's a Danon medical facility of some kind, is it not?
I think you need to see for yourself, my lord. All I ask is that you witness this before you pass judgment upon me.
Then witness it I shall. Kisara?
Yeah, Jam...
This man is your brother, correct?
It's been way too long since
I would
Jam
like to ask
streamed.
that you
I
personally
agree.
escort me while in there.
But, you know, Jam's got other stuff going on. I know that they had some heavy rain and, like, they were literally sandbagging their home because they had water coming in the garage. So they've got stuff going on. Plus college and all that, you know. Rasm Quarry. Oh, there's our astral vessel. Hey, look. I've been wondering where
I
it
should
was.
warn you, what lies ahead is fraught with danger. You should all take care and stay on your guard as we proceed.
Danger? What could be so dangerous about it? It's a regular workplace, isn't it?
Nope.
You'll see. Please, I ask only that you trust me.
Sounds like you all need to rethink your medical facilities around here. Hospitals are supposed to be safe.
Quite. Kisara, let's see what they have to show us, shall we?
As you wish, my lord.
Your strength is appreciated. With you, we can all breathe a little easier.
Yeah, the sad part is that I haven't found a replacement daytime stream to watch since Jam's kind of like quit. Oh, no.
It's teeming with Zoogles. Are they kept here as some kind of deterrent?
Not that I know of. This is where the spirit vessel is housed, so it's no place for beasts. What's going on? Where are all the laborers?
You're the only one who doesn't seem in the least bit surprised. Perhaps you'd care to enlighten us?
All in due course, my lord. But first, just a little bit further. Once we reach our destination, everything will become clear soon enough.
Fine. As you wish.
Oh, big golems. Okay.
Wow.
Ranolum.
being charged. Give me a shout.
Right. Thanks for the help.
You have to aim for the right area on their back. Raging cascade.
I can handle it.
Hit a word.
Power up.
It's over.
Nothing gets by me.
Steel force.
Glacial Spear.
Here's the air thrust.
I'm just getting started. Eagle Fly. I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kitara. Reload.
I'm out of ammo. Back into the fray.
I'll finish you here and now.
Denied. Ready to go.
Raging cascade. Lightning.
I'm on it. Talon Hurricane.
Far enough.
Rip and tear.
Ready to go.
I'm not done. Rising Wyvern. Struck.
I'm only getting started.
You're on.
Annihilation. Mega ray.
Here I come. Rising Wyvern. You're on.
Annihilation. Hear me.
Sword Rain Alpha.
Burning strike.
I'll hold nothing back. Sword Rain Alpha.
It's weakened.
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Tempest swirl.
Strike. Swallow Blade.
Radiant into the shadows. I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
All right, it is 1 a.m. here. So on that note, we are going to call it a night. Let's see who's streaming. Gonna wrap up. Wrapped up for that. My pleasure. Thanks for hanging out, Visual. I will be back. Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central Time with more Tales of Arise, and we'll keep playing this until we're done. Because I'm really enjoying the shit out of it, and I hope you are too. Even if it is just to poke fun at it, there's no. All right, so we're just gonna call it for the night. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I will see you next time. Good night.